Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys mired in a long losing streak, 8 losses in their last 9 games. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys back home following their international trip a week ago. So we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's across midfield.
You see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. A run up the middle with Irving. He'll take it inside the 25. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to pass. Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right. They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
In his stat line last week, That's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10.
To throw, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Intended for Calvin.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Keep Werner there defensively.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Nifty move. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5.
Second and 5.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And able to get him at 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Frankie Luvu on the stop. It's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a fun.
You met fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Here's Tua. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. Third down and 10.
A gain of 10 yards.
Now Tua. He'll try and do this himself. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
A gain on the play of 58 yards. And the Falcons first down.
These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Baker Mayfield. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
To avoid him. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Ball at the 33, second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Tua going to run the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped it right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. They'll try it now with Irvin. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th.
It's a gain of 3. And
on play action, here's Tua. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Tua going to throw. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Two in a throw again. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
That's another Panthers first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Back to throw again. Going right back to Ferguson. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
a gain of 4 yards. And the Panthers first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Carolina.
Once again, it's Irvin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Byron Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Falcons offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Here's Walker to start the drive. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Mayfield showing he can be free to foot. Pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the right side, this is Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he will find Ridley on the left side.
Mayfield's pass.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Ridley. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. .153 remaining in this first half of play. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and it's what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in field goal range. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Shaheed going to go in motion. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Smith to return it. A punt at 46, a return of 5. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
A gain of 9 yards.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. A beautiful fake. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. They need 18 yards here on third down. Here's Mayfield. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A gain of 3, second down. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack, down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. This is caught by Evans. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that's the kind of play that this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to have 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a pimp in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. Boy, shifts past him. Kenneth Walker with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
17. Panthers 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Panthers first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Panther first down.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. And a lane slam materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
First down. A gain of 36 yards. First down, Panthers.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his clock.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And this throw incomplete. So the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Looking to pass. Tua. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
129 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield on play action. A short one there, caught by Warren. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They go play action. Mayfield. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
A 7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Walker now at 1st and 10. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Running the toss to Irvin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far. And it's cost him.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tua. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
2nd and 6.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
3rd and 9 here.
To number 1, Jamar Chase. A loss of 1.
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the punt, 2 on the return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And here's a give to Spears. To about the 33-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is incomplete. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Tua going to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Mayfield to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Evans, 56 yards. And the Falcons add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think we were leading by a healthy margin already. It actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense and make sure to let his quarterback know. Just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Panthers 9.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And this is going to be a Panthers first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
a gain of 9 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 44.
Now Tua. They'll find Shaheed out to the right. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
13 yards on the play. And the Panthers first down.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And he's got it to about the 40. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
2 sets up to pass it. 2 and the ball is out. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
It's a turnover on downs.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Mayfield looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Down at the 25.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
25-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.